I'm just here today, coming here, just recapping on the year that we had, in 2022. Some things I did in 2022. Number 22, I'm doing the one of the least into the best things this year. Now, all these things are my favorite things I had done this year. Um, you know, but I'm just gonna do it. So 22, I would say is just um, I done a lot of things this year, and all the things I did were pretty good. 22 is this. What was the 2021 2022 bowling Special Olympics last season, and just how um, going doing Special Olympics bowling again since early 2020, February 2020. So it was nice to be back since I had a year off in 2020 and for the 2020-2021 season. So it was great to be back, and I did pretty good bowling last season. Uh, had some great games. I got so yeah. And then I would say 21 would be the 2021-2022 basketball season. All the Special Olympics in Indiana had state games, so that was cool in April. So that was fun. It was my first ever Special Olympics basketball state games. And also, I think my first ever Special Olympics state games ever so far in my Special Olympics career, which is fun. We got third place, so hey, we got a medal, so hey, I'll take that. And the other team that we were up against at state, um, we lost the first game at state, but we won the second game at state. So we won one game, and the other team got fourth place, so like a ribbon. So hey, we won at state. We went to state, so that was fun. My first state game, my first basketball state game with my 3-on-3 team. Hey, that's pretty great. 20. Um, Once again, all these are my favorite. I love being Special Olympics, basketball, and bowling, and track. 20, I would say, um, I just, um, love doing all the things, with my SC this year, you know, Genius and other places, and cooking for my family, and learning skills, and just having fun with my SC. So that's good. 19, I would say, is um what would I say? I would say 19. All of this is hard to do because all these are my favorite. Sorry. 19. I'm not halfway to the top 5 yet. I'm almost there, but 19 I would say is let's see. Well, 19 I would say is um well is the end of the world tour. This year. The second half of the end of the world tour in 2022. Finishing up the tour in April 2022, and I love the end of the world tour. It was good to come back to touring after being away due to the COVID. So that was nice to be back. 18, I would say all the festivals and stuff I did this year, performing in front of millions of people. Um, for example, I performed at Coachella, which was fun. Glastonbury, which was fun. My first time performing at Glastonbury. VidCon I performed. iHeartRadio. Capital FM Summertime Ball. You know, iHeartRadio Jingle Bell Ball. this month, which was fun. I just enjoyed performing at festivals this year, so that was fun. 17. 17, I would say, um, the special mixed track this year, track and field that I did this year, and also going to the state games for track. Now, I went to, which was my second time doing the state games, the track and field. Since 2019, so that was good to be back in Terre Haute. So it was good to be back at the special mixed track state games. I had a great track season. I got first place, second place. I got a couple medals. A couple ribbons. So I did 400-meter walk and I did a shot put, and that was it. This season. I don't know what I'm gonna do next season, 2023, but we'll see. And I just enjoy doing track practice again as well. So it was good to be back doing. It was good to be back doing track since 2018. So it was nice to be back doing something like that. So 16. I would say 16. Was just man, this is so hard. This the Tin Caps game that me and my family went to this summer, the Stride, that was really fun. With the fireworks and the good food, that was fun. Because it was with my dad's work, so that's why we went. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. And the Tin Caps won, so that I'm not really a fan of sports, like except from our own sports, like Wabash, and but it was cool to see a local team, I guess, win. So that was cool. And I really enjoyed their fireworks show too. 16. Wait, did I do 6? Yeah, that was the 16. 15. I would say all the cookouts that me and my family has done. My Memorial Day cookout, my 4th of July cookout, that was fun. And good food and the spending time with my family. 14. Then all of my and then 14. This also spending time with my dad's side of the family this year too. That was fun. Um, um, so yeah. 14. I would say would be the Wabash 4th of July fireworks. They were pretty cool. In my opinion, I liked them. I like them every year. So, but 13 would be that my Profile of My Life album came out. So that's my 13th thing. 13th my lucky number, and of course, Profile of My Life. It's a great, amazing album, and I love it. 12. I would say 12 would be Special Olympics 2022 bowling season. This year. I got second place in my division of bowling this year. We went to Area 5 in Logansport of bowling, and I haven't done that since 2019 either, because I didn't do it last season. So it was good to be back. So it was good to be back, with doing basketball games. I'll get to that in a moment. But it was just fun doing bowling again and track again at Logansport. And also, 11, the 2 times that we went to Logansport with the track meet uh, in May and in November, the Logansport event for bowling, going to a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. You know, it's called Happy Burger, and they have great food and have great ice cream. And we went to Mr. Happy Burger before in November 2019, so it was good to be back in May. So and eat there. So that was cool. And that was my 12th thing, or 11th thing. Now we're in the top 10. 10, I would say, Special Olympics basketball. So, 2021-2022 basketball season, the last season, you know, at the Wabash YMCA basketball game, um, the in our North Miami basketball game in 2022. I enjoyed doing our basketball games in 2022. It was good to be back to do basketball games again. The last time I did a basketball game with Special Olympics was in February 2020. So it was great to do track meets again. It was fun to do bowling, Logansport bowling. It was fun to do basketball games again, and doing state basketball and doing track and field state games this summer. And that was fun. And then, so that was 10. And then 9, I would say, 9, I would say going to the pool this summer. That was at the Honeywell pool and going down the slide and have fun and eating the good food at concessions. So that's 9. And then 8 would be Treehouse Stories of Rainbow Land was 8, because it's the 8th album. And that was really fun as well. It was a great album, magical album. It was good. And then 7, I would say, 7. That's hard. Would be the Rainbow Land tour this summer, June and July. The Rainbow Land tour, summer tour that I did in June and July. That was fun, and that was amazing. That was my first stadium tour since 2019. So, because of course the End of the World tour was, a drive-in tour. Mostly a drive-in tour or outdoor places. So it was good to be back in an arena or a stadium with the Rainbow Land tour. And that was fun. And getting back to something normal. And then that was 5, I think. Did I say 6? 5 would be 5 would be also this Profile My Life World Tour and I'm on, and that's 5. And I'm on right now, the first half of it. And the next half will be next year. But so far, the Profile My Life World Tour has been amazing. Once again, arenas and stadiums and thousands and millions of people. And 4, I would say, doing stuff this summer, Pleiades, which is with ARC. And we went to the circus, um, we went to the circus, and then all the Pleiades events this year, going to the Indiana State House, which was cool, meeting some Congress people and the lieutenant governor. That was cool. That was fun. And then the other summer camp things that we went to Indiana Beach with Pleiades, um, and we went to the movies at the Eagles, so that was cool as well with Pleiades. Um, so, and then also doing my internships with Pleiades this year at the Lighthouse Mission this year, so early this year. That was fun, a great opportunity. And then also the YMCA, helping out them and sanitizing, cleaning, and also my internship with the Parks Department this summer, helping out my community, and it was doing something positive for, for my community. So that was my fifth thing. My fourth thing was spending time with family. All our family vacations going to Pokagon State Park Hotel, for a weekend getaway, for spring break. Um, we even saw deer, and it snowed one times at Pokagon State Park at the hotel there, and then at the beach. We went to the beach there at Pokagon State Park, which I love that beach. Um, what else? Um, we also saw some kind of bird there as well. And then I enjoyed our summer vacation this June during Father's Day and my mom's birthday. We went to Lake Rudolph Campground, which we have not been to Lake Rudolph Campground since 2019. So once again, doing something that we used to do that we couldn't do for a little bit. Now we did go to Holiday World in 2021, but we went to Santa's Lodge in 2021, but we didn't do Lake Rudolph because they still had some rules on COVID, so we just didn't want to do it. No, but we did this year. It was fun. It was so great to be at Lake Rudolph. Doing s'mores. Doing the golf cart. I even drove the golf cart. Um, um, and I love spending time with family. I just love being back there. Swimming at their pool. All the water slides at Lake Rudolph, and also their new water slides too this year. So that was fun. And I also loved Holiday World this year. I did the cheetah chase, and that was fun. I did that last year, Fluke, too, in 2021. I discussed that with our 21 things I did in 2021 last year. But anyway, that was fun, and a success with Holiday World, and that was fun. Another thing this year that we did was we did Indiana Beach 2 times this year. One in August, one weekend in August, and then we did it on Luke's weekend, Luke's birthday weekend. We went to Indiana Beach, which was fun. And of course, I went to Indiana Beach with Pleats, which was fun. And so I went to Indiana Beach 3 times this year, which was cool and fun. And speaking of Pleats, we also visited Grace College as well with my mom, and I enjoyed that too. And I'm interested in that. Flea, I would say, oh my god. There's so many favorites here. Oh my god. Flea, I would say, my third thing, is, what was it? Was, you know, well, once again, on the fourth thing, just spending time with family too, and eating out places, and going to Paradise Buffet as well. And that's good food too. And it's all of my spending time with family, my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family when we do see them. Holidays, Christmas this year was really fun and successful, you know. So, kind of crazy because of the weather, but oh well. But the spending time with family, like both sides of the family, and then my household family. So the spending time with family and Luke and all that, and then my third thing that I just enjoyed doing was kind of a double thing. I think I have a couple things. Which was starting Savage on Block, bringing Savage on Block back for a 7th season and 8th season. We will have a 9th season in January, which I'm excited. Bringing Savage on Block back since 2020. And I didn't like how it ended, and I'm glad that we brought it back so we can give it a second chance and a better ending. So I love bringing Savage on Block back. Another thing was me doing Heartland this year and doing my preschool class this year, which has been amazing. I'll do it next year too, but with the same kids, but next year and then and then also, but in August I'll get new kids, I think. But I just love doing the preschool class this year. I gave out Halloween candy to kids, and that was something special I did. And I gave out candy to preschoolers. I gave out Christmas cards to my preschoolers. We had an awesome Polaris bus party. We had Pop Tart the preschool elf shenanigans this month. So I just love my preschool class. Um, so this year, and another thing I like doing this year was visiting Huntington University as well in their special Christmas event. And I'm interested in Grace College. I'm interested in Huntington University, and that was fun as well. The two, I would say, my second favorite thing I have done was the Harvest Ball dance I did in October. That was amazing, super fun. And I just enjoyed the Harvest Ball dance. And that was my first dance since also February 2020. So it was great to be back on the dance floor. We all know that I love to dance. And my top favorite thing in 2022, drumroll please, was me and Mom going to Washington, D.C. My Washington, D.C. trip, you know, was amazing. I enjoyed that. Was one of my top favorites of this year. The top five, my top one, you know, going to Washington, D.C. has been one of my favorite things I have ever done. And probably once in a lifetime event. I'm glad I got to do it. I enjoyed, spending time with my mom in DC, traveling the world, if you will, um, and seeing the White House and wearing my anti-Biden shirt at the White House, but to have like a peaceful protest, doing nothing, but except for wearing that sweatshirt. So that was kind of savage at the same time. Seeing the Department of Treasury building. I enjoyed seeing the National Archives. I enjoyed seeing the Smithsonian building, Castle Hooken building. That was cool. I enjoyed seeing the Capitol. I'm disappointed that I couldn't go inside the Capitol or go inside the White House, but seeing outside of the Capitol and seeing, outside of the White House was amazing. I also enjoyed the Smithsonian Natural History Museum. I also like the Smithsonian American History Museum as well. I also enjoyed um, the Smithsonian American Future Museum about the future. So that was cool. I also enjoyed seeing the Washington Monument. That was so cool to see in person. I also enjoyed seeing the Jefferson Memorial. I enjoyed um, the George Mason, the Forgotten Founder Memorial. That was cool. And that memorial is forgotten too. He's a forgotten founder. That memorial is forgotten all the time, unfortunately, and hopefully that memorial gets some love. But I thought that was so cool seeing the original founder. You know, that was cool, but a cool history. Um, Also, I just also love seeing the Lincoln Memorial in person as well. That was cool, and it was huge too. Lincoln was huge, um, as well. It was so cool to see. Another thing I really like I like seeing was the World War One memorial. I think it was the World War Two memorial. I also enjoyed seeing, um, what was it? I like seeing the soldier men, the men that the sculpture, the show of the men. I also like seeing the women in war too, show statue as well. I also like seeing um, the memorial where the names are. Not whatever the memorial that is. It was for war. I think World War II. I think World War I, or I think um, it was for war, and all the people that fought in the war, their names were on it. and you get to touch the names, and that was cool to see. Another memorial that's similar to that was the Korean War Memorial. I like seeing that too. That was cool and interesting. Another thing I really liked as well, I like seeing the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. I also like seeing the FDR Memorial as well. That was interesting and inspiring because I have a disability. He had a disability. He led the country. I disagree with his politics, but hey, he's inspiring, and he got a lot done. I may disagree with it, but he got a lot done. But anyway, moving on from that, I also like seeing the Dwight E. Eisenhower memorial too, of him as a little kid and growing up and becoming president. I also enjoyed seeing um, Mount Vernon as well, Washington's home. In the museum there of his life, and I also enjoyed seeing what was it? I also enjoyed seeing um, his tomb was there. That was interesting too, and I also enjoyed the Alton National Cemetery as well, and a tomb of an unknown soldier. Sorry, that was cool, and I enjoyed seeing JFK's candle. That's eternity candle that glows forever. So um, I just love the DC trip. And another thing I did there at the hotel, I performed there and in the hotel room. So I had a little early birthday concert that was posted on my YouTube channel on my birthday. So that was fun. And I had love spending time with my mom, traveling DC. It'll be a very special moment for me in my life. And looking back on the DC trip, I'll always love looking back on the memories of that trip. And I kind of miss it each and every day because it was so amazing and so special. Um, well, anyway, and um, what else was I gonna say? By the way, and I never told anybody this, but Profile of My Life, my album, my ninth album, um, my cover of the album was taken at the hotel in DC. So that was cool. But anyway, that was just a fun fact. But I just loved the DC trip, and um, yeah, and staying in Virginia as well, driving through Virginia, driving through Pennsylvania. I also like Gettysburg too. I almost forgot. Gettysburg was interesting. Um, but anyway, driving through Ohio, driving through Pennsylvania, driving through Maryland, and staying in a hotel in Virginia. Um, and eating in Virginia, and going to a mall in Virginia. And then of course, seeing DC. So, just traveling in those states that I've never been before. So that was cool. So, um, so that was my 22 things that I've done in 2022. There's so many more special moments that I had this year, but amazing things, you know. But I had an overall amazing year this year. So in 2022, I hope everyone had an amazing 2022 like I did. And I'm excited to see what 2023 will bring. Sorry. And I'm just really excited for 2023. Um, so, um, so yeah. Lots of great things this year, and I'm excited to see what the new year brings. I hope everyone has a great rest of 2022, and um, yeah. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.